guys, welcome to my channel. So today it's a different video. I haven't done anything like this before and I was totally not sure whether to do this, and I've actually filmed it already once and then went, no, I'm not going to put it up, but I'm going to film it again. Okay, this is Me Too, and this is the Me Too, hashtag Me Too campaign that's been hitting Twitter, social media, it's been going everywhere. And the Me Too campaign was started when Harvey Weinstein was found out about his casting couch shenanigans. So person in power saying to somebody, you can't have this job unless, or I will further your career if. So there's always kind of like an ulterior motive behind his kindness, and lots of people came out, lots of stars and celebrities, and it was quite shocking. So then people started to put out the hashtag Me Too. So it's happened to me, it's happened to me, it's happened to me. And Emma Thompson, I recently watched her interview, and a lady from Downton Abbey, she's an actress, and she was on This Woman actually yesterday. And this is this is filmed in March, so March 2018. And she was saying that, and Emma Thompson was saying that they do not know one woman has not had a Me Too moment. And I thought, wow, because I've got a Me Too moment and I'm just a normal person in the street and I have a Me Too moment. So I guess it's true. Mine's is quite very small. There was no abuse, no sexual harassment involved in my Me Too. So I am definitely coming from a place of strength. I'm coming from a place of that this didn't affect my life. It had no bearing at all on my life, but it happened. And when I think back with a little bit age behind me and a little bit more experience behind me, I wished I could go back to that 17-year-old girl and say, no, that's not right. Go question that. And I wished I could go back, but at the time it didn't affect me. It hasn't affected my life, and I don't ever think about it. When the Harvey Weinstein came out, I thought, yeah. And then if someone brings it up, I go, oh yeah, that's true. So it comes back like that. But it's definitely not affected my life like so many other people out there. So many other women are going through complete and utter storms of life, trying to get through the emotional baggage that kind of anything that like that can happen to you. So I am definitely coming from a place of that is not the case. But my Me Too moment does highlight for younger women, or women of all ages really, to question, to use your words, to speak out and be a strong, independent woman who doesn't just take things because you think that's what it should be because it's a man's world. Man's world. So yeah, right, I'm going to get into it. The Me Too moment for me was I went to the Navy to join the Navy. I wanted to be a meteorologist. My friend wanted to be something else, can't remember. I never went in, and it wasn't because of this wee Me Too moment. I met my first husband, and so I decided not to join. So it had no bearing on me joining. Now, I went into the offices, and I'm very sketchy on it. It wouldn't hold down in a court of law. So this is only my memory from when I was 17 and I'm 36 now. So it's 19 years of memory loss. So it is sketchy. I'm not sure if it was over 2 days or over 1 day that I went in. Maybe 2, because I think you have to do the assessment written down. And then the next day you have to go for a medical and all of these things. So went in for the medical and everything went grand. Came out of the medical and my friend said, what happened in the medical? And it was completely different to what had happened to her in the medical and to others in the medical. And I thought, that's strange. And it was a little bit funny at the time because why did they do that? It was kind of like naive. I'd had no sexual experience. I had no experience in life. And so I thought, well, that's what happens. So when I went into that exam, that medical, I was asked to strip down into my underpants. So my pants, my bra. And then I was asked to do lots of movements. So hands up in the air, lunges. I was bending forward. I remember that. And he felt the spine to see if there was scoliosis in my spine. I remember all of that. And just weird positions like lunging and stuff, but with no clothes on. which was really weird. And at the time I thought, strange. But then when we came out and I discovered that no one else had had to do that, that was just me. And I was really busty. So yeah, it just seemed like that had been an inappropriate moment. Now, I then went home, never told anybody. We just had a laugh about it on the bus, thinking, well, that was weird. And then we went out drinking, and those people were there, and we went out drinking in the night. After that all happened, we went out for a drink, and some of those guys were out in the pub that we went to, and that was it. Now, I know you're thinking, well, that's not very much, but with age and time and looking back on it, that should never have happened. You should not have to undress to your undies and do funny lunges and lots of movements around while nobody else did. Why was that? And that is why I've put this up, because that is a person in authority who maybe took advantage. Now, we'll never ever know, because if I had questioned that and went and said, well, why did you do that? Or told my mum and dad, asked them to call, or questioned the whole thing. Maybe I would have discovered that maybe he had thought, oh, I better check, but no one else. Why? I don't know. Or maybe every second person you have to check, and I just didn't ask the second person if it happened to them. So there could have been reasons behind it, I don't know. And so the reason why I'm putting up this video is to tell you that story, and to say, if you are going for anything, medicals, doctor's appointments, anything with authority, and you maybe feel you are uncomfortable, or you've got to strip down to your undies, have a second person in the room with you, just as that added extra surety that this is supposed to be happening. If you're feeling uncomfortable in the slightest, question it. If something happens like that, you can speak about it. You can go and say, why did that happen? Don't stay quiet just because you think, well, it must have been meant because they're bigwig people, they're grown-ups, they've got a serious job, it must have been meant. We all have voices, and we should all use our voices and speak for anything. If you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling it's not right, speak up, use your words, say something. You don't need to stay quiet. And I know that there's so much more happening in the world, around the world, in the past, in the present, and unfortunately in the future. So I know there's lots more than that, but I think that's just a small little story of maybe a mishandling of power, could be, or just me being quiet and not using my voice to discover why that whole medical thing happened, and then spending years wondering. And at the time I didn't worry, we giggled about it, thought it was funny. But with age and with a few years behind me and having children of my own, I now think to myself, my goodness, I wished I had spoke up, I wished I had said something, because who knows what that could have been. So I want to just put that out there, because I have a channel, I have a responsibility as being a woman to put this out, and if anybody's watching it, and you're sitting here going, oh, I've got medical tomorrow, just remember, have two people in there. If you're questioning it, question it. If you're feeling uncomfortable, say. But this can be in any other way, any other thing, I guess, for jobs. If someone's in power and they're making you do something that's, you think, is that right? Just use your words and say. And so I think we have that responsibility. And I have a responsibility to bring up my boys to become proud men who are secure and who treat people with respect, whether you're female, male, anyone. That's why I'm going to bring my boys up to believe. And that if a woman says no, or a woman questions what you're doing or you're saying, then you should stop. And that's it. That is it. Thanks for joining me on this video. I hope you took something from it. If you have any comments or anything's affected you from this video, comment down below or just seek help from a professional. Alright, thanks for joining me. Take care of yourself and always use your voice. Take care, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.